What's up, keepers, and welcome back to ARS Goalkeeping, the best free goalkeeping resource on the internet. And today we're going to look at another one of my training sessions with the NPSL goalkeepers. This was actually the first session that I did with this team, and I decided to keep the session simple and covered the basics so I could pinpoint what I needed to cover in the next session. And as you saw earlier, I start out with a simple volley warm-up with slow movement in between obstacles or other keepers, then on to a short diving progression, where I segment the 6-yard box and watch how the keepers attack the ball in each position of the box. The 3 cones help me visualize the diving angles of the goalkeeper and when I need to intervene.
Alright, what I want you to focus on here is you're cheating on him and you're still running to the ball when he's kicking, right? You see him lift his foot, you stop. Yeah, kick. Kick. Great. You gotta stop. There's no way you're gonna get a low ball. If you're shuffling up here, come back here. Any real shot's coming right under your leg. Okay? So you stop, you see the foot, set and pick up, then you come in. Yeah?
And in all of my sessions, I like to work from the ground up, starting with a low kick service, forcing the keeper to get low into their dive and stay low. In this session, I noticed that the keepers are a little too quick to go through the drill, and they were already stepping into the dive before I even kicked the ball. So the first thing I did, or the first coaching moment I had, was to point out the issue, and then as the session continued on, if the keeper in goal cheated to the side too early, I will change up the service to the opposite side. What's important in practice is making it as close to game type and reaction type saves as possible. This means waiting and reacting to the service, not rushing through and diving before the shot even comes in. Our next drill is a small movement progression that keepers do a lot of in mid-match. There's a lot of forward movement and backward movement with a little bit of lateral shuffling and a quick cross step, which covers a lot of different ways we keepers use to get into position to make that big save. Which in this repetition we are doing covering our right side, but make sure that you cover movement on both sides and that you're covering the dive to both sides. The keepers who are waiting or serving the initial volley to hands should be ready to pounce on any loose ball. If at this angle you're going to parry it, it better be wide and far, because that dead ball in the center of the 18 is in the perfect danger zone for 80% of all goals scored. And this has been the case for a lot of the big goals in the opening games of the World Cup. So remember, if you aren't holding, parry far, hide, and/or wide. Our next drill is simple movement through obstacles and then dealing with shots from different angles to frame. As always, we start low with our services. Here, I want to see smothers, and my preferred style is a wide low take or low smother, but that doesn't mean that the K technique can't do a low smother. It's just not as capable to deal with moving shots, and although I personally do not teach it in the foundation phase any longer, some keepers, especially in this video, still use the K technique, and unless they are fumbling the ball, I don't try to change their style up, I just try to make it cleaner. And as the session continues, we vary the service to the keeper's frame, from low to high, and increase the intensity of the service. Once the keeper has done 3 repetitions to frame, 1 low, 1 chest height, and the last one full speed random areas, I want you to pay specific attention to the technique. They fall back when the ball comes in hard. It's almost always the knee drop K technique that sends the ball right back to the sender. Once you get all 3 reps down, add in a simple low dive. After the first low take progression, adding that diving technique we just worked on. So now we're just building up on this drill, which is something I love to do with all of my sessions. We added in the movement in between goal, finding our feet, and getting a clean smother in. And now the diving technique to stay low under the rope in the center and push forward to attack the ball and get through that rope obstacle. And then we repeat this on the same thing to the other side. And when I increase the speed and intensity of the service for those keepers using the K technique, it becomes a lot more apparent it's a lot harder to deal with low fast shots. And soon those hands start to get super sloppy, either by putting the wrong leg down as a barrier or not attacking the ball enough. Once I get my first big mistake with the low K technique, I try to show my keepers my preferred style, a wider stance that requires the hands to be attacking the ball farther out with a chest low down to smother the shot.
Give me the ball.
This one, right? But the ball was bouncing here. We got to do
Not
this.
just to him.
So either the K technique
every
is used,
time.
everyone uses the K technique. I personally use
Watch
open
the video.
stance, but you can still
What
use it.
happened
Just
here,
make sure
Manny?
you switch both legs. You know what
Right
I'm saying?
here.
This leg's got to
is the
switch.
pass. Stay there.
If not, you're coming here.
We're
you're
going
getting
like this,
someone
and we
home.
pass the ball like this.
And our final drill is a bit of fun building up leg muscles with a static jump over a rope, turning and then taking in a hard driven low shot for an easy smother and then getting up and stepping into a low dive. That's now being visually blocked off by the keepers around you. This is just working on getting that technique down pat, even if you're around legs and cleats, that might make you pull back in fear, especially when you're doing a low take. You want to build up those leg muscles for stronger dives and even better takes on those high balls. And so we end our session by moving up to a high dive save over the rope, and our keepers end on a high note, big saves and lots of happy tired faces. I hope you guys did enjoy this training session, and let me know down in the comments if you would like to see more of this or different tutorials. Make sure to check back in soon for more video reviews, and to check Alberto Ruiz Soccer on Instagram for more sneak peeks and videos of my daily trainings. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys again very soon.
Yeah. And hit. Yes. Huge. Good react. Yep. Huge. Come. Set. Yes. Good. Switch. No, that's it.